Debolair, today we're going to be talking about scoring geometry, moving into positions that's going to allow us to score, both for our own purposes and for our team's purposes, more importantly. So, setting up this play, we were previously following these cruisers attacking the northeast side of the map, but in terms of map control, currently if you look at the map, we control the southwest sector, the southeast sector, and now we're exerting a lot of pressure into the northeast sector. So I'm saying to myself, okay, number one, stacking myself on those cruisers, gonna allow them to protect themselves against myself as well as those two guys. But also here, if I move forward in this direction, we can now begin to exert pressure into the northwest corner, which will complete the control over the map. Our team is moving out of the west inexplicably. They're trying to clump up into the side of the map, the east, that we already control, irrelevant to our own attack, however. So a lot of these cruisers, we don't know exactly where they are. Here we see Chop I have pop up on the map here. He's moving laterally to try and assist these guys. Those two cruisers to our right previously were spotted. We were not. And now he's going to find himself in a real tough spot here. Note, we got 28,000 damage to start the sequence. And we'll see how this positioning, how quickly it allows us to rack up the damage. Of course, we're using AP since we're attacking right angles. And this game, at its core, is about creating right angles. We're using our own positioning, the positioning of our teammates, and the positioning of the enemy to create this geometry of right angles. Okay, so you could actually play this game and it would function the same if you were using a pencil and a piece of paper, you know, just moving marks around the board. Well, okay, now we've got a right angle here. However that happens, boom, scoring play. That's the exact same thing we're trying to do here. So that's one of the reasons we didn't want to follow those guys. We didn't want to stack on them. We want to create space. And we've managed to get about a square and a half between us and those cruisers, making it hard of the angle. And now we are attacking these ships. They're continuing to move into position, trying to defend the base. They recognize that's under attack. Edinburgh pops up here. And again, broadside to us. So we're going to be peppering him with the AP, and it's not going to go well for him. Okay, this is a very dangerous spot for him to be in. And Edinburgh quite sturdy if he's angled properly. But when he's showing the broadside like this, you can see over there 15,000 damage roughly on that one salvo alone. Megami playing the same game. Okay, now he needs to be angled away from us as well. But due to the space that we've created with those guys to the northeast, well, there's enough of a gap that they can't really successfully angle towards all of us, at least not currently. Megami comes around broadside once again using this opportunity. So, World of Warships, everything I always talk about in this is always a rule of thumb usually. But there's exceptions to everything. So don't always say to yourself, okay, we saw T-Bull's teammates go to the right side of that island. Well, I'm always going to go left. It's always situationally dependent, but in this situation, all of the team was basically in the northwest sector, and we got into a position where we could successfully attack that, and with great vigor. So Megami didn't last long. You can see the citadels are quickly racking up, and the Edinburgh, or as we call it, the Edinburgh here, now trying to defend himself by turning away. But at this point in time, the combined fire from the team, who's going to begin attacking him from the south, southeast, and the east, that's going to be an impossible defensive play. So can we get the Kraken or not? That's the only question left. For some reason I fired HE, probably reloaded by accident or thought he would turn away, but either way we didn't quite get the Kraken.